be playing, tether on leather. Money talk, it's a lecture. 80-pointers dance on me, it's electric. Don't hate, I'm still unaffected. Chipper on my shoulder, I move undetected. She said pop the question got deflected.
Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. The Eagles have every intention of walking out of today's game with win number 4 on the season. It's the Broncos going up against the Eagles.
Okay, Larry, thank you. We are just off I-95 at the home of the Eagles, Lincoln Financial Field on the south side of Philadelphia. The scene. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? This is taken just shy of the 10 here. Oh, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
Now a carry, it's C.J. Anderson. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
On second down, Anderson. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge, whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end, in the direction they want to run the football? If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
Now D'Angelo Henderson, the rookie from Coastal Carolina. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. Didn't get it by much, but bottom line got the first down. Avoiding that 3 and out, how vital is that on the first drive?
To me, it's like the first round of a boxing match. You know, it may not mean much right then and there, but you'd rather not lose it, right? So you want to go ahead and get it, kind of establish something early, and hope it can carry through.
Sanders has it over the middle. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 40. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. So they pick up the first down after the run, and now they approach for the fresh set. Throwing now, Osweiler on first down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
This defense not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10. Osweiler with a give. This is Anderson. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And all the way home for a Broncos score. C.J. Anderson, his second touchdown on the season. And the Broncos have taken the early lead.
The losing streak had taken on a life of its own, and I think it infiltrates a team when you're on that much of a slide. But this group has managed to focus, come out early, and put a touchdown on the board. They look like they mean business in this one.
They do. Now the key, holding on to that attitude, because, man, that streak has been a struggle for them. Now McManus on to kick this one off. This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. Now a first carry for LeGarrette Blount. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it, because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. On second down, here's Wentz. It's caught on the right side. It's Smith. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
So the run moves the chains, and here we go on first down. Now Wentz. Smith catches left side. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Wentz to throw on second down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the free safety, Darian Stewart. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. Now we'll get a stoppage here as it appears we've got an Eagle slow to get up. We'll check on his status when we get back. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. And look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Again, Anderson. And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47.
Back-to-back runs, I'd say that encompassed maximum effort for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up. A first update now out of Jacksonville. And the Jags, they're out to an early lead there. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. A fake to Anderson. Now it's Osweiler. Trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Mills. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Now a carry for Blunt. Escapes the defender. Back live with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the Eagles with the ball here to begin quarter number 2. And they've got it here with a first down. They'll run again with Blunt. Open space inside the 10. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up first and goal.
So under the category of, well, it can't be us because we're not that good, but could you imagine if this was you? LeGarrette Blunt, his first 1,000-yard season since, what, 2010, his rookie year? And 18 touchdowns in the regular season, and no longer with New England.
He is over 30 now. He turned 30 in December. I don't know if that played a factor, but yeah, such a productive year, and then he's gone.
Well, that just tells you this. Now he's going to be playing with a chip on his shoulder trying to prove something.
They'll go to Blunt, try and pound it in. And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. LeGarrette Blunt with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Eagles are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Caleb Sturgis now for the point after. And it's no good. He misses the extra point, and this remains a 7-6 game. Sturgis out now to kick this one off. This is fielded at the goal line. Gets around him. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. Reminder later tonight, a good one down in Miami. It'll be the Raiders and the Dolphins. A lot of playoff history between those two in the 70s.
Yeah, there sure is.
And then tomorrow night, we wrap up Week 9, the unofficial halfway point of the season with the Lions and Packers from Lambeau.
Let's go! Detroit!
Here's Anderson as they begin this series on the ground. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
Watch it now, Barney. Let's go. Green, 39. Watch it now, Barney.
On second down, Osweiler. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. From the gun, it's Osweiler. And he will have a man, Demaryius Thomas. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Demaryius Thomas, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos will add on to their lead. And when a Hail Mary is completed for a touchdown pass like that, I think any defensive coordinator just puts their face right into their hands.
I don't think there's any doubt about it, and I don't have stats in front of me. I don't have the empirical numbers that say that in recent years the Hail Mary pass has been completed more than it has been, but it feels that way, doesn't it? And I know the defenses are spending more time on it. I think the biggest mistake they make is that they play everything from behind the receiver. I think they've got to start getting people in front as well to try and knock the ball away.
The first throw for the backup Foles. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. Foles. Screen pass to Blood. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. Give him 5 on the screen play, and that'll set up a third down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game. And the Broncos go to a nickel set on third down.
Yeah, they've got an extra DB out there. Now Foles. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down. Well, they've had a pretty frustrating first half here offensively, and that just continued there with that incompletion.
Yeah, definitely frustrating for them, but heartening for the other guys. Those stop troops, they're enjoying things right now because they've made it very difficult for them throughout the half.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. They'll throw on first down with Osweiler. A dump off to Anderson. Skirts by him at the 35. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That one good for 13 and a Denver first down. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height. Sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there. If he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback who has to slide and find open space to throw.
Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They run it again with Anderson. Stops shy of the 45 despite some powerful running. It's a pickup of 3, and we have now arrived at the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. We'll come back to Philadelphia after this. The Broncos on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's got the first down, yardage before being taken down at midfield. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And then the next breath they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. First down. Here's the run with Anderson. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down. they'll throw it with Osweiler. Screen play, Anderson. A swift move and then tackled just on the other side of midfield. Give him 6 on the screen, but now it's 3rd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
The Broncos on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Out of the gun, it's Osweiler. Trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Malcolm Jenkins. And he'll bring it all the way back just a yard or 2 shy of midfield. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
The drive starts with a handoff to Blunt. And he might have got this across midfield, not by much. They'll mark it down at the 49. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Here's Foles. Looking for Aguilar, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And he's able to bring it up 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line. They are in an interception mood on defense. Had 2 nice interceptions a week ago. Now 2 here in the first half.
Yeah, we call it ball hawking. And the only way to truly be good ball hawks is not guessing. It's not just simply anticipation. It's study and understanding what they like to do and beating them to the spot and creating big plays.
They're watching the film, and it's working. Demaryius Thomas, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
So this is what happens when you throw interceptions. That confident veneer that you have gets chipped away a little bit. Maybe a little bit gun-shy throwing it around.
Yeah, underthrowing him there, and you're right. Those interceptions may be in the back of his mind.
Let's go. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Back to the Philly. Here we go. Let's go. Green, 39.
Play action. It's Osweiler. Launching one for Henderson. Oh, he almost had it for the pick. A great chance there for the interception in the end zone. Instead, 3rd down.
They decided to take a shot and right down the middle of the field, and really, they didn't give it as much time to develop, did they? They want to take that shot somewhere around the 15-yard mark.
And the defense able to recover, bat it free.
Here we go.
3rd down now. It's C.J. Anderson. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. Now the second-year man from Syracuse, Riley Dixon, on to punt. Back deep is Darren Sproles. And he punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. The Eagles offense back out onto the field. And you got to think, if this is anything other than just taking a knee, I'd be very surprised.
Yeah, they've got enough to talk about at the half. Why do anything else? Just get out of there.
They'll throw now on the final play. Dancing to his left. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. So we come upon halftime with the visiting Broncos taking the lead to the locker room as we send you down to Orlando where we check in with Larry Ridley and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Larry. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Out come the Eagles now as they'll go on offense first here in the third quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Again, here's Blunt. Shrugs him off. And some room to roam now. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Complete. Smith has it. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those deep. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. LeGarrette Blunt with his second touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Eagles move back within a couple of the lead. And they will line up now for the two-point try. They're going to give it to Sproles. And he'll get into the end zone, and those 2 points are going to tie the game. Still time to work with on the clock, but they wanted the tie now, and they got it.
And I love their aggressiveness. Go ahead and get it done, get the game tied. Now your team has the momentum, and you're staring across the field saying, let's see if you can match us.
Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. This is fielded at the goal line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
C.J. Anderson, the intended target. And now it's second down. Osweiler going to give it to his tailback, Anderson. Room here to run. C.J. Anderson. The 30, 20, 10, and all the way home for a Broncos score. C.J. Anderson, his second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And the Broncos have broken the tie. He's given him a little jolt, just gave him the lead there, but 2 TDs now in the game.
And that jolt puts them in the lead. What a terrific job by him. He is carrying the ball and simply saying, I want to win.
And now he's hoping his defense has that mentality as they try to hang on to that lead. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. And out and out come the Eagles. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
So the incomplete pass brings up second down. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That'll go as a loss of 5. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. He'll look to throw, and he can't come up with a pick. Nearly his second of the game. Instead, 4th down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. It's a 4-yard return following a punt of 49. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. They start the drive with Anderson. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Here we go now.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this up to about the 40. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. The Broncos on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Again, it's Henderson. And he will have the 1st down as he's brought down up near midfield. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
Brandon, they're still in the lead, but momentum's certainly been going the opposite direction. So to me, that's a really important pickup there on 3rd down.
Try and regain some confidence, and you're right. They need to stem the tide a little bit. That certainly helped. Anderson, a beautiful fake. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
And there's a nice stop for the defense. They've had a tough time containing this guy all game long, but maybe they can build a little bit off of that play, a little bit of confidence, a little bit of momentum. Yeah, every now and then you can actually tackle that guy.
Hurry up, here we go. Green, 39.
On 2nd down, here's Osweiler. And his throw is incomplete.
Let's face it, you can run the route tree. As many times as you want, get in sync, practice it, do all those things. But once you get to game speed, it doesn't always time up quite that well. That one goes incomplete.
The Broncos on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 10. Now it's the backup Simeon. And this is going to be incomplete.
Well, no second guessing the call here. It was 3rd and long, so throwing the football was probably the smart play to try and pick it up. But they don't get it, and now the defense goes off the field feeling pretty good about themselves, gaining some momentum as they force them into a likely punting situation.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field.
Well, they're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
Good strength, but not able to get a whole lot. Tackled shy of the 10. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Flush to his right. They find some open field here. And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 15. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, just 1 for 3 thus far. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. They give it off here to the tight end. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. It's the Eagles behind on the scoreboard, but with the football here as we start the 4th quarter. Now it's the all-purpose back. This is Darren Sproles. And he'll take this one up over the 20 to the 21-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Second down and 4. And once again, they go with Sproles. And he'll find some space up to about the 25. And give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be 3rd and about the length of the football. And the defense searches for one more stop here after the run on 2nd down. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he connects with Ertz. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little game. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. They're going to look to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, 2nd down.
There's definitely contact there, but it's the 4th quarter of a kind of tight game, and sometimes the officials just say, let them play. Kind of like your mom used to with you and your brothers. Just take the broom to you and send you out to the backyard and tell you to settle it yourselves.
I like that, yeah. There was contact. I don't know, like you said, enough to warrant the flag. It was close, though. So from the 40 to the 45, 5-yard run. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. He'll look to throw. And it's caught by Saleh. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. A solid gain of 15 yards and the sticks move. Now a play fake here on first down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Smith. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Torrey Smith, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Eagles are within an extra point of tying this thing up. And now a critical extra point attempt here. No good, and they'll remain down by a point. Sturgis out now to kick this one off. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Broncos offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. And they're not going to let him get this one off. We have a whistle and a timeout as they'll try to put him on ice a bit. And they still have 2 timeouts left. So they're leading. They have possession of the football, and certainly this is where they just want to milk the clock. They'll run it now out of the gun. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
Any team that runs the toss and runs it successfully, that means they win the battle on the edges. That means you seal the edge in order to let your back get to the corner. They got it done there for a very nice game.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. They'll try and wind down some clock here with Anderson. And he'll get this up to about the 40. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Well, at this stage, that's exactly what you want offensively. Good run on first down. Stay in bounds. Keep that clock rolling.
And look at that play chart that the play caller has in his hands right now. That's what you got to focus in on, because that's divided up by sections. And right now, he's looking at that 4-minute offense section. What running plays do we have to bleed down the clock and take care of the football? Right now, they're executing really well.
And it looks like this will be the last play before the 2-minute warning. Now a run with Anderson. C.J. Anderson, the 20, 10, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. C.J. Anderson, his 3rd touchdown of the game and 4th on the year. And the Broncos will extend their lead. And with that, the lead is up to 8. Now McManus on to kick this one off. This will be taken in at the 1. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. Back to throw. Steps away to his left. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at second down. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does. And in the second quarter, he may very well have run by him. But in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
Unable to connect on the first down pass play. Now it's second down. Sproles. And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be third down. An incompletion, now a short pickup. That's not going to do it.
Yeah, you've got to get to the line of scrimmage quickly, get set up, and aim downfield.
The Eagles on third down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 9. Back to throw. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down. They were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
That's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
The Eagles on third down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This will be 3rd and 19. They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And nearly intercepted there. That would have been ball game if he had clinched it and caught it. Instead, it gives him one more chance here on 4th down. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. He'll look to throw. It's over the middle. And he gets this one up just shy of the 35 to the 34. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. He's back to throw. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. I guess you can't be afraid to take those chances late in the game. He tried to fit that one in there. Nice job, though, defensively.
But to your point, it was a nice job of knocking the ball away. But you're also right. You can't be afraid to take those chances. That means your guys going downfield to catch the ball, they've got to elevate their game and come down with these in order to keep your offense moving.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. I don't know that those medium 5-ish yard gains are going to do it right now. Probably should have dropped it, right?
Yeah, that way you save more time on the clock. But I know receivers, they think they can catch it.
And a crusher there as it's intercepted. It's Chris Harris with a pick. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line.
That's That's Chris Harris Jr. back there playing. I mean, do you really want to throw the ball in his territory with the game maybe on the line here?
Not a good idea. I think he caught that with a Super Bowl ring, partner.
And once you have the Super Bowl ring on it, the ball doesn't bounce away. That just sealed a victory for his team.
Absolutely a huge pick by Chris Harris Jr. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. Another tote here for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Anderson. It's a gain of maybe 3, but it's going to leave him with still about 8 or 9 to go on 3rd down. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for the Broncos, they finally taste victory for the first time after 7 straight defeats. And they'll return home next week to take on the New England Patriots. Meanwhile, for the Eagles, their season is on life support somewhat now at 3-6. And they're going to get an extra week to stew over this as they're not back in action until week 11.